Hey guys, and welcome back. I have a fun review for you today. As I posted before, I have ordered some products from Sheglam to try out ever since I saw Michaela using a full face of Sheglam products, and I thought, why not, since they are pretty inexpensive, sound like they have good quality for their price. So I had bought the Sheglam Full Coverage Skinfluencer Full Coverage Foundation Balm in the shade Fair, the Sheglam Skin Focus High Coverage Powder Foundation in Porcelain, the Insta-Ready Face Under Eye Setting Powder Duo, which is both a loose powder and a pressed powder, their Full Coverage Concealer in the shade Fair, and their liquid bronzer and blush in the shades Soft Tan and Swipe Right. So this whole makeover today, except for the concealer, was all done by using their products. So I'll get up close and I'll show you real quick. I've had this on since 5 a.m. this morning. It is now currently going on 4:31. Compared to my normal makeup, which is a mixture of like almost everything you could think of, my creasing is not as noticeable compared to how it was before. The Skinfluencer Beauty Balm is probably one of the most amazing full coverage foundations because basically you could just take a brush, stipple a bit of it on there, and then it takes 1, 2, 3 dots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just a little swipe, and then using one of my Real Techniques, ignore it, skin texture brush beauty sponges to blend it out, and it was a pretty amazing coverage. Using the pressed powder, this is both supposed to be water resistant and oil controlling. Now, compared to how my nose normally is, especially when I go to lunch at work, this gets really shiny. Today, it really wasn't that noticeable, and then using the Insta-Ready powders, using the loose powder with a puff to help reinforce the sides of the nose and the under highlights, and then using the pressed powder with a fluff brush to help dust away. It was actually pretty mind-boggling how well it works, and especially since it is translucent and they do have other shades online. Doesn't leave any pigment behind, doesn't leave any like weird after dusting behind like some products I have used. So that's a plus. Their Soft Tan liquid bronzer is this really cool gray tone. So for those of us that are fair complexion to try to getting a liquid contour, this worked really nicely to create a contour base, and then just using my normal contouring routines with powders after setting everything. This, however, I bought the wrong shade on accident. I was trying to get Love Cake, which was more of like a, not dark pink, but it was just like a little darker than the rosé from Profusion. So it's just a smidgen darker than this. But this one, even though it was a little on the darker side, it actually blended out really nicely to create a base for all of this. So I would have to say, if you're someone who's wanting to try to start off in makeup without basically selling an arm and a leg, I'm telling you, Sheglam is not something to sleep on. I think since I haven't used this yet, I will be trying it tomorrow for my first of the year look, but this is a great full coverage foundation balm that doesn't feel heavy. It blends out really nicely. Their powders, I think, are wonderful. It definitely was pretty oil controlling because my nose isn't as bad now. That and the smile lines, that's just inevitable. I smile a lot, I laugh a lot, and I have a very sweaty face. I'm a guy, duh. Great colors and coverages for both the blushes and bronzes if you're ever wanting to try those. But I think the saving grace for today was the Insta-Ready powders, just so that way you have something to help kind of touch up during the middle of the day. And even the white, like, no weird overcast or anything. It kind of helps to keep things toned down and mattify, which is great. So I'm kind of considering soon to trying out other of their products, especially like their shadows, their other powders to play with. But I think for the price, it's almost like ridiculous, but it's amazing. Like even the Skimfluencer has a small expiration, but it doesn't expire until the 26th of September in 26, which is great. So I'd say give these products a try, give this brand a try, because for the pricing and for the quality, this is pretty amazing compared to some of the stuff I've used before. And I kind of want to try out the rest of their stuff, like their brows, their shadows, their lipsticks, the whole shebang. It would be really cool. But for now, guys, I'm going to go take a shower, get all this off, and get things ready for tomorrow's look. And I'll see you then. Love you. Stay true to be you. And until then, see you later.